sorry. I'm just so confused by my girl Amanda's dancing. But with that, welcome to the Real From Home, where we're losing it just a little bit, but we're staying here locked for you. But before we get into girl chat, we have some exciting news from Amanda. Amanda, I want to hear you yourself tell us what's going on tomorrow.
So I'm really excited because tomorrow we are bringing Smart, Funny, and Black in the crib. Now, we've done a Smart, Funny, and Black game here on the show, so some people have seen it. We also have toured live all over the nation. And when this COVID-19 hit, we were about to do a show in LA with Flex and Kyla Pratt from the 2000s hit show One on One. Well, that show had to get canceled, but we were like, we got to figure out a way to still bring Smart, Funny, and Black to the people. And thankfully, they are going to be with us. So we are going to be doing a virtual online in the crib version of Smart, Funny, and Black tomorrow. You can go to smartfunnyandblack.com to get tickets. A portion of the proceeds will go to COVID relief and helping families and teachers who are definitely dealing with the ramifications of this. But we were just really excited that we found a way to take this show that really brings people together and makes them feel like a part of community. And we feel like it was so necessary to find a way to bring that to people, especially in this time. And I think we did it.
I'm excited about this.
Now, I know y'all got some other things that we got excited about, so put me on.
Munchkin, you are cooking with your mom, right?
Yes, I cook with my mom every Sunday on live. Obviously, my mom is in New York and I'm here in LA, but it really gives us something to look forward to. It's a great way to connect. We mainly cook Puerto Rican classics or Latino classics. We've been making literally everything from arroz con gandules to we have mofongo coming up, maduros. So yeah, it's classic Puerto Rican food. My mom, who is an amazing cook, and me, who is not. So if I can do it, you can do it. Anything's possible.
And when do you do it?
You gotta send me a recipe. I want to try that last soup you made, Adrienne.
Yeah, we made sancocho. It happens every single Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that is 2 p.m. New York time, East Coast.
And Tam, you be cooking with your husband, right?
Every night.
Every night. It's called Quarantine Cuisine. And he's a chef. He just looks in our pantry, looks in our refrigerator. He sees what we have. And I gotta say, the man can cook. And it's just so much fun. Usually before this, I would cook some nights. He would cook some nights. Now we're cooking together. And, we have
around what time can people catch you?
We do it every night at 6 p.m.
Okay. Jeannie, what about you?
Man, cooking is our thing too. I made it my goal during quarantine as part of my new talent I'm coming out here with to learn Vietnamese dishes. I'm with you, Adrienne. There's something precious about this time where we realize, I can't be so Americanized that I don't remember the foods that fed me. And when you bite into an authentic dish of Nuoc Mam or pho, you actually get taken out of this whole the stress of what's going on today, and you just remember nostalgic memories and feels. And so that's my goal, number one. And it's all gonna be featured on Hello Hane. And I'm also battling my brothers with recipes now. So recipes that are our favorites, we're going head to head to challenge each other in cook-offs. I just realized though that I need to have a new judge because Mama Mai is biased and crazy. And that doesn't work well for a judge.
Not fair.
Can
I also add real quick that Smart, Funny, and Black in the Crib is 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So it's 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can go to smartfunnyandblack.com to get your tickets.
Yes, and you can learn all these Vietnamese recipes and all these dishes on Hello Hane, which is on YouTube.
I mean, I think it's just good for us to announce because they can, especially during this time, there's so much going on that we are reaching out to the fans even more. So that's the reason why we want to let everybody know what's there. And you can catch me
for content. So I want you to tell them what you're doing because you are on every day killing it.
Yeah, Quarantine with Lonnie.
With Lonnie, the talent show. If your grandbaby got a talent, I will sit there and listen to it. And we've been having great times. Saturdays at 1:30.
To come on the talent show?
Yeah. Oh, please. You could be a guest judge.
I'm down.
Now let's get into some real girl chat, you ladies.
Okay, well, ladies, speaking of things happening on Instagram, Hollywood Unlocked recently asked this question on theirs. Do you think that people should still be held accountable for offensive comments they said 10 years ago? Now, a lot of people weighed in. There was like Lil Duval was on there saying, words don't mean much. You should be held accountable for your actions. And then our good friend Charlamagne the God, who said in part, the man or woman who thinks the same way at 30 that he did at 20 has wasted 10 years of his life. If you've grown in those 10 years, why would I hold your words against you? Ladies, what do you think? Yo, I'm personally with Charlemagne the God. I feel like people are every day evolving and growing. Every day we're learning more about things, and I think people only say and do things based on their knowledge or ignorance. And I feel like if you've grown from that ignorance, you have the right to evolve.
I mean, Charlemagne is my brother for a reason because he be saying stuff like that. But I think the other thing is, too, it depends on what they've said. So there's certain things that even 10 years ago were ignorant and unacceptable and ridiculous. And there's certain things that 10 years ago simply just weren't a part of our lexicon. I think like when we talk about just the growth that our society has made in terms of understanding the trans community and the language associated with it, like there's a lot of folks that 10 years ago didn't know that certain things were offensive or that certain things were simply just untoward, and that now may have more insight into that. And so there's certainly, like you said, just got to be some grace given to the fact that some of us have grown, our society has grown in some ways, and you got to give people a chance to at least say, I've grown. If they're still like, nah, what I said 10 years ago is what I think now, cut it. You need to cut it.
But the problem I have is that a lot of people say that they're wrong, and then people don't forgive them. People take away their livelihoods. People, and I'm like, so why admit that you're wrong if they gonna banish you anyway? I mean, we have to learn that if someone says and they're sincere about it, they say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm trying to, I've become a better person. I've grown. We need to hold them to their word, but not banish them completely.
Speak, Lonnie Love.
I think people are owning it, but people are afraid to own it sometimes because people they keep badgering. And then what happens is we live in this social media world where they take one thing that you said or one tweet or one, soundbite, and then everybody, piles on that. You try to respond to it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's why people have a fear.
Well, the truth of the matter, too, is that a lot of those people are simply just deflecting, right? And they're not really even looking at their own behaviors or their own accountability. It's so much easier to just point a finger at somebody else than to point at yourself and say, well, what am I doing? But to point to, but I just want to say, like, when Little Duval says that words don't matter, like, yes, they do. As a wordsmith, words are absolutely important to me, and sticks and stones break bones, and so do words. They break They break my little proverbial bones. Okay. So,
is
there
anything?
You know what? Another thing about that, when that statement was put out in the world and we took that when we were younger, emotional and mental abuse were not really top of mind. And now that we have gotten older, we come to understand that the things that people say to you can harm you in ways that the things that people
bring lifelong trauma.
Even in that, we've evolved. I do have a question for all of you ladies, though. Is there something that you feel someone could say that should not be forgiven? Is there something that you'd be like, nah, I can't forgive that?
Yes. If you're N-wording, at no time since we've been around has N-wording ever been acceptable.